album review, this time of Aborted with the Necrotic Manifesto. This is their 8th album. Excuse me. This came out April 29th this year via Century Media Records. So, yeah, here to talk about some punishing shit. I love Aborted. They're such a great, death grind band, I guess, or death metal, whatever the fuck you want to call them. They're an extreme band, and I've always liked them. The only album I own besides this one by them is Global Flatline, which is the album previous to this one. It came out 2012. That album's phenomenal. It's solid all the way through in my eyes. I really want to get Aborted's past stuff, especially like Gormageddon and the Carnage Done, or I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, the Saw and the Carnage Done. I'm very close. Basically their earlier stuff, because Aborted is just a fucking phenomenal band. And ever since I heard the title track, I've been very excited for this album, and it's definitely a solid album. Personally, I don't think it's as good as Global Flatline, or even maybe a couple of their earlier albums, but it's definitely worthy of your time and of your attention. The album starts off with a very interesting intro. It's called 6 Feet of Foreplay. That's very romantic. But then it busts into the... I hope I say this right, because they put some like old English font for the tracks, and it's really fucking hard to read. I don't understand why they did that. The Extirpation Agenda, that song is a monster. That is one of the most solid songs on this album. Just phenomenal songwriting showcased on there. I really dig that. And then it just seriously, not even 1 second of peace, bust into the title track, The Necrotic Manifesto. There is no peace on this record. It is non-stop, just obliteration to your face. That's probably one of the best things about Aborted, is that they don't stop. It's punishing riff after punishing riff, lots of blast beats, very guttural, very different, very unique vocals. I feel that the vocals... I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but, well, I'll try. I'm just going to say Svencho. I'm not Belgian, man. These people and these names... anyways, his vocals are phenomenal. They're very... you know when you hear those vocals, you know it's Aborted. And that's one thing I really enjoy about them, is that they do have a different sound, and he does a phenomenal job. I wouldn't say, I to be honest with you, I don't notice much improvement from this, compared to Global Flatline or something. He sounds just the same, very brutal, guttural vocals, and then those high screams that he does that are very unique. He just sounds good. I'm not knocking him at all. He sounds fantastic on here, and he definitely fits the music with very gross and interesting lyrics, I guess I should say. So in the vocal department, this album is a beast. But I think in the guitar department, it's even more of a beast. I love this band's just wall of sound. It's just a wall of sound. It's a huge wall of sound. It's very loud album. It's just a full out punishing record. I love the riffage on here, and that's what I feel is the best part about Aborted, is their riffage. I take the Necrotic Manifesto. That is a very, very catchy riff that opens up that song. I also look at the track. It's the 10th track. Die, I believe that's a European Belgian word. I don't know. It's the 10th track. That's a very catchy album. That's the catchy song, with a very thick riff, with the harmonics and everything. It's very it's probably one of the slower tracks on here, but it's still very, very punishing. I was really digging the last track. Cenobites, I believe. That's a great song as well. And another track that they released ahead of time, Coffin Upon Coffin. That song just destroys. That's probably my favorite song on here, to be honest with you. I just love that song. The vocals, while they're brutal, they just destroy you. They're catchy, especially the song Coffin Upon Coffin. That phrase will get stuck in your head. Coffin upon coffin. That's just awesome. So it's cool that they can write some very heavy music, but very brutal at the same time. Other than that, I mean, I really don't have much to say besides that this is some solid songwriting, some solid death metal, some very extreme shit. I mean, I'm not really going to comment on the drumming because the drumming is amazing. The drumming for every death metal band is amazing. I could never do it. So therefore, it really blows me away. But the drumming is very solid on here. Definitely keeps the pace up the whole time and gives the record a lot of energy. So the vocals, the drumming, the guitar work, everything's good. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm not saying this is an album of the year to me. I wouldn't even say it's like death metal album of the year or whatever, but it's certainly worthy of your attention if you are a death metal fan. It is a beast of an album, and it will destroy you. And I really dig the artwork and just the colors that they have on here. Definitely very cool. So I'm going to give the Necrotic Manifesto by Aborted. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. See you guys later. Hoss.